Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. I continue with Bhramar Geet, a cluster of poems written by Surdas to convey Krishna's message to gopis and their reactions. Krishna, who was born to Vasudeva and Devaki in a prison in Mathura, was transported with divine help to be brought up in Gokul by Nand and Yashoda. As the child grew up, he became friendly with all the young boys and girls of Gokul. He was a divine incarnation, but he lived the life of an ordinary cowherd. Gopal, he was called. His divinity did surface now and then. For instance, when he lifted the Govardhan mountain on his finger to save the people of Gokul from deluge, and when he killed a number of demons sent by his maternal uncle Kans to kill him. He played with the cowherds, he danced with them, they danced to his music, he played on his flute, which was loved by everybody who listened to his melodies. The gopis were so fond of him that they would not leave him alone, and he would also dance with them, play with them, make them sit in his lap, caress them, fondle them, and love them. He was just a growing adult, but the young women were so fond of him that they could not live without him for a minute. And then, as he grew up, he went to Mathura to destroy Kansa, for which, according to our mythological understanding, Vishnu had taken an avatar as Krishna to get rid of Kans. The genesis of Bhramar Geet poems can be traced to Srimad Bhagavad Puran. According to the narration in the Puran, the inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. The depth of their sorrow knew no bounds. Krishna sent Uddhav to Braj, where he explained the divinity of Krishna to his parents, Nand and Yashoda. He told them that Krishna was formless, unborn, without a beginning and an end, omnipresent. He advised them to look for this Krishna rather than the child they had brought up. Uddhav was conversant with Yoga and Brahma Gyan and was not even distantly conversant with Prema, Bhakti and Amar. The gopis approached him to catch hold of the letter he had brought, the letter which would be the subject matter of the verse we will be reading today. And when he tried to preach them Jnana, not Bhakti, they taunted him in the image of a black bee which had come flowing into the crowd. Today's verse is a very fascinating verse. The gopis catch hold of the letter he has brought. They are weeping, they are so happy, they are overjoyed. Their tears can't be stopped. But with those tears, the words on the epistle are slightly washed out because the water of the tears dissolves the ink and the paper becomes slightly dark, the skin color of Krishna himself. निर्खत अंक श्याम सुंदर के बार बार लापती छाती, लोचन जल कागद मिसी मिली कई, हो गई श्याम श्याम की पाती. We look at his letter, we bring it to our breasts again and again. With our tears, the ink has dissolved, the paper has become blue, like the complexion of Krishna. गोकुल बसत संग गिरधर के, कबहू बयारी लगी नहीं ताती. When Giridhar was here, Giridhar Gopal, the child who had lifted Govardhan mountain, there never blew a hot wind to singe us. तब की कथा कहा कहो उधो, जब हम बेनु नाद सुने जाते. Uddhav, tell us the story of that time when we used to listen to his music. He's playing on the flute. हरि के लाड गनत नहीं काहू, निसदिन सुदिन रास रस माती. Our love is unfathomable. The way we loved him cannot be counted. In myriads of ways, we caressed him. He danced with each of us by himself. How can we forget that? हरि के लाड गणित नहीं काहू. Countless methods of love, countless drops of love that he showered upon us. प्राणनाथ तुम कभू मिलोगे, सूरदास प्रभु बाल संघाती. O Krishna, who is our master, who is the master of our breath, when will you come and see us? गोपियां उद्धव के द्वारा भेजे हुए पत्र को बार बार अपनी छाती से लगाती हैं, क्योंकि वो उनको प्यारा है. उनके आंसुओं से उस पत्र की स्याही घुल जाती है और वो कहती हैं कि जैसा वो श्याम श्याम है, और वैसा ही आज उसका पत्र भी श्याम हो गया है. एक एक अंक, एक एक अक्षर कृष्ण के समान लगने लगा है हमें. उनको तो सब कुछ कृष्णमय ही दिखता है. वो उद्धव को कहती है कि जब श्याम सुंदर यहां गोकुल में रहते थे तो हमें कभी गर्म हवा नहीं लगी, हमें कभी दुख नहीं हुआ, हम सुखी ही सुखी थे. तुम उस समय की चर्चा करो और तुम तो निर्गुण भगवान को लिए बैठे हो. हम तो जानते नहीं कौन निर्गुण, हम तो सगुण को जानते, हम तो कृष्ण को जानते. हम सारे घर के काम छोड़कर उसकी मधुर वंशी को सुनकर दौड़ दौड़ कर आती थी. हमारी प्रेम निष्ठा कृष्ण में ऐसी थी, हमारा उसमें अटूट विश्वास था. हम उसकी प्रेम दीवानी थी. हमारे पति, हमारे बच्चे उसके सामने हमारे लिए कोई भी अर्थ नहीं रखते थे. कितना मंगलमय समय था जब हम उसके रास के रस में डूबी रहती थी. ओ कृष्ण, ओ हमारे बचपन के साथी, कब तुम्हें समय मिलेगा हमें दर्शन देने का, यहां आने का? आओगे भी नहीं, ये भी कोई हमें इस बात का विश्वास नहीं है. Brahmar Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, grief of separation, Gyan and Bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a backseat. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, bhakti, and bhakti alone. Surdasa's verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but are also rated high for a poet's craft. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. Few other poets have been so successful in combining satire and virha ras. We stop here today. Now wait for the next video, another verse from Bhramar Geet. I thank you for visiting this site and listening to me.